What cartoon from 1990s to 2010 do you think deserves a reboot? Batman Beyond. Fun fact, the ending scene of the last episode of Batman Beyond, where he is flying through skyscrapers and startles two pilots in a ship who say "Did you see that?" is an homage to the first episode of Batman the Animated Series, 1992, where Batman is gliding and startled two blimp pilots who say the same thing. Edit, turns out it wasn't Batman. It was Man-Bat. Static Shock. Homelessness. Racism. Gangs. School shootings. That show had it all in terms of teaching kids about tough topics. I never thought about it outside of racism in a few episodes. But yeah, lots of adult lessons for kids in that show. I wonder if it even get greenlit with how things are nowadays. It's gotta be a tough sell for WB. Dexter's Lab. Unfortunately, Christine Cavanaugh, who voiced Dexter, died in 2014 from myelogenous leukemia. Sad face. Tons of stuff. Dexter plus Goes Allen in Darkwing Duck. Chucky Finster in Rugrats. Oblina in Our Real Monsters. And Babe the Pig. Great talent and a voice from my childhood for sure. Don't forget a live action role in 2 episodes of Salute Your Shorts. It's been almost 30 years. And one of my favorite exchanges on that show was Budnick, "Hey UG. Donkey Lips just gave that cop half a peace sign. UG. Which half?" Jackie Chan's Adventures. Man, was that a great show. I loved the dude who would yell out his moves as he did them. Cobra Strikes at Mouse. Mad Monkey Kung Fu. Hack Fu. He was a great villain. That's him. Loved that show. Gargoyles Edit. Oh damn. Thanks for the award. Had no idea so many people loved this show as much as I did. And Keith David is still actively doing voice work. Gargoyles is voiced by mostly Star Trek, The Next Generation actors. They make up about 2/3 of the cast. Many actors from other Star Trek series as well. Kate Mulgrew, Avery Brooks, and Nichelle Nichols all had voice roles at one point. Codename Kids Next Door. Or make that Galactic Kids Next Door sequel the creator tried to make a few years back. Unfortunately, the executives at Cartoon Network seem to be against programming that people might actually be interested in. How the mighty have fallen. I would have loved to see the Galactic Kids Next Door. From the looks of it, the creators really want to make it too. They even made an animated teaser trailer with the original voice actors to try to convince CN to greenlight the show. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That show has such an interesting premise and is a great way for animators to flex creativity. Hot in Topeka. Toe pick air. Pick my toe. It's hot. I am a hot toe picker. Daria. La la la. La la. If there ever will be a reboot of Daria, then Splendora might end up getting back together and make more music. That would be epic. Sadly, I don't think either of those things are going to happen. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Invader Zim. And Rocket Power. A new Invader Zim movie came out recently and it was pretty good. I believe Vasquez stated the movie was to be the final Zim project, animation-wise, he would be doing due to lack of interest in rebooting the series. Sadly, in NZ Nickelodeon killed that show. I loved it, but they only played it at random times at night after a very short time and I lost interest until I got it on DVD. The programming on Nick and CN way back in the day was atrocious and extremely random. I'm speaking from experience of 2007 to 2012 TV, but I remember Naruto and One Piece being on for a short while and then pulled without warning. Probably only about 2 weeks on air in total. A lot of other shows had the same issue. X-Men Evolution. It never got the love it deserved, but I loved that show as a kid. They had to cut it short after season 4, but I read they had 2 more seasons planned. I wish I'd gotten to see them. It holds up pretty well. Particularly midway through S2 all the way through S4. Courage the Cowardly Dog. There's no such thing as perfect. You're beautiful as you are. Courage. With all your imperfections. You can do anything. Thank you, Bathtub Barracuda. Pinky and the Brain. Actually, the Animaniacs show is being rebooted. Not sure of the time frame for release because of the pandemic. Will they have pay or play contracts? Will they be zany to the max? With baloney in their slacks? Animani. Totally insane. Recess. I think kids need a show like that now. Kids these days will never get to experience the excitement of one Saturday morning's lineup. Recess and Pepper Ann were great. Pepper Ann. Pepper Ann. She's too cool for 7th grade. Pepper Ann. She's like 1 in a million. Reboot? Hell. I don't even need a reboot. Just a conclusion series would be nice. Like, even just an hour-long episode. Please. Danny Phantom. The creator Butch Hartman has stopped working with Nickelodeon. So it would probably have to be without him. Or Butch could do it himself. He can't without Nickelodeon's permission. He says that he is working on a spiritual successor though. Spiritual. My first instinct would be to say Dexter's Lab. But since Christine Cavanaugh passed away several years back, I don't want a reboot without her voicing Dexter. Alternative, a sequel with a more grown-up Dexter. Taking place several years later. This way they don't need to worry about someone trying to replicate his original voice. Hey Arnold. Football head. Move it, football head. Freakazoid. Sometimes I wonder if that was a massive collective illusion. A cartoon directed by Spielberg. With an amazing sense of humor. Came looking for this. Why must this masterpiece of animation and writing so far down in the comments? Teen Titans. They've been teasing and edging us for so long. Especially with that damn post-credit scene in the Teen Titans Go movie from 2018. The post-credit scene was teasing Teen Titans vs Teen Titans Go, which came out about a year ago. That pissed me off. That pissed me off real hard. Here I was excited to see how things were gonna go after that cliffhanger all those years ago, and they pull that stunt? Are you kidding me? They had to have known we were going to assume it was gonna be a continuation of the old series, and they slapped us in the face. Eddie. I would pay an unspeakable amount of jawbreakers to make this happen. You must be a son of a shepherd to afford that amount of jawbreakers. Ed boy. Life has many doors. Ed boy. Want more. Avatar. I'm literally watching it now as we speak for the first time, and I already want to watch it all again. What an incredible show. I am inspired. It's a fantastic show. I'm glad you're enjoying it. May I ask what episode you're on? I'm on season 3 episode 19. I'm so excited but also so incredibly sad to finish. Holy hell, you're about to be in for a ride. Get some popcorn and get some tissues. American Dragon Jake Long, also. Gargoyles. Yeah, but only the first one. Not the stuff where the animation got real shit. The second one was where Jake's dragon form looked like a Chinese dragon with an oversized head, right? Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Brack. 3 hams. Why don't you feed him? 3 hams. Pirates of Dark Water. Such an amazing show with an amazing cast, and it was left completely hanging. Came to say the same. I don't even remember much about it. But I know I loved it, and it suddenly just wasn't on anymore. Johnny Bravo. He was misogynistic, but I still enjoy him. He was misogynistic. Sure. But it was done in a way that made it clear that the vast majority of what he said/did was wrong. I think I was like 5 when I used to watch the show. And I understood that without any issues. I think my favorite episode was the one where they spoofed It's a Wonderful Life, and the angel character that was showing him how things would be if he never existed kept failing miserably at his job because literally everyone was better off without Johnny Bravo. It was great. Xylan Showdown and My Life as a Teenage Robot would be my top 2 picks. The first one came back, but I think it only aired in Europe. Xylan Chronicles was utter crap though. As a kid I loved Xylan Showdown so much. But yet, I hate Chronicles. I have repressed all that I can about it. I saw a bit of the first episode, introducing a tinier, shittier version of Omi to be more Omi than Omi was where they lost me. SWAT Kats The Radical Squad. That show had some top-notch villains. Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, Heart, Goa Planet, Captain Planet. Man, would this ever get political? I mean, it was political back then. The Critic. Not a reboot. Just the same people older in the present time. Jay Sherman being 60 would be pretty entertaining. It stinks. That's right, M.R. Sherman. We'll be in to change your diaper in a minute. Code Lyoko. And now I've got the theme song in my head again. God, I loved that show.